Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the day. It's been a little while since I've actually made one of these videos, but today it's going to be a bit of an interesting one, so I thought it'd be worth turning the camera on, capturing some of the stuff that's going on. Today is Monday, August 21st. I have taken the day off of work because today is the first total solar eclipse. I don't know all the specs on the last time, but I think the last time something like this happened in the US, it was 1979. And this is the last time this is going to happen here until like 2024 or something like that. So we've got a few years till this happens again. Christina and Ellis went off to do their daily things, but Duncan's school was actually canceled for today. A lot of the schools in the area were canceled, most likely due to the fact that the eclipse is going to be happening right as schools are letting out, and there's going to be a lot of people that are looking up to see the eclipse and not paying attention, and not terribly safe for the kids on the buses and whatnot. So he is home with me today, and we're going to go out somewhere and try to find a good vantage point. And while we're out, I haven't mentioned it on here in a while, but Duncan and I have actually been playing a lot of Pokemon Go again lately. We found a local group. With some of the more recent updates, they've added in the ability to go to local gyms and raid and fight these gigantic raid bosses, which is really hard to do with two people, and that's what we were trying to do until we found this group. And since we found it, I've actually captured all of the legendary Pokemon that are now available. Duncan's got a few more left, so we're going to see if we can meet up with them at some point today. They just kind of meet up at random. Hey, by the way, I found this one over here. Everybody come here, and then you'll have 8 or 10 people that all show up and raid together. So maybe we'll get a chance to do some of that today. But I think first, I've been up for a little while now, and I've shot a couple of videos, so I've made a bit of a mess of my office. I've got cords everywhere, I've got pieces and parts and all of that. But the first video is done. It's uploading right now. It's scheduled to go live in like 45 minutes. I'm gonna just leave it alone, let it do its thing. I'm gonna clean up as much of this office as I can. Maybe we'll wait till we get back to do that. And I'm gonna run over to Christina's office because for the eclipse, her work is doing some sort of a thing, eating in darkness or something. I don't remember what they called it. But Christina made some cupcakes for her office. Strawberry cupcakes with her buttercream icing. I think it's buttercream. It's delicious is what it is. So Duncan and I are gonna take those over to his mommy, and then we're gonna run to Louisville, and I'm gonna see if I can catch some Pokemon there. As I said, I've caught all the legendary ones myself, so the list of things that I can catch that are new is actually pretty slim, and I just happened to find a nest for one of the ones that I've never seen before in Louisville. So we're gonna drive over there and see if I can find it, watch the eclipse, catch some Pokemon. It's gonna be a fun day. It's a bit off from what my normal schedule has been, because again, I haven't turned the camera on in a few weeks. I haven't told you guys. A new gym opened up here in town, and I have been going there 4 or 5 days a week. So I'm starting to try to get back in better shape. I'm building up some muscles, getting stronger, and I'm not gonna have the opportunity to go today, but maybe tonight or tomorrow morning, or I'm back in that mindset of trying to eat healthier and trying to work out all the time to try to get rid of some of this weight, because I wanna feel better, and I wanna live a long time, and I wanna be healthy and happy, and this is a way to do that. But my arm is starting to get tired, because I've been filming for like 4 minutes, holding my arm up here, holding a camera, so I probably ought to get some shoes on and get out the door. By the way, completely random thought here, I picked these up over on Amazon because I did not even know these existed until just the other day. These are silicone laces, and they're not exactly laces, they're just little straps. You can see the ends of them here that fit into your shoes. So I was able to take this pair of running shoes. I didn't ever actually run in because they're not terribly good for running. They don't provide the right support, but now they've got silicone straps in, so I can turn a regular shoe that I would normally have to lace up into the lazy man shoe. And as I mentioned in a previous video, I've been buying a lot of slip-on shoes lately because I'm just not a fan of tying them. I tie my running shoes and that's about it. So now I don't have to. I'm a fan. I'll put a link to where you can find those down below if you're interested. It's an affiliate link, so if you do end up purchasing anything from Amazon after that, I get a little bit of a kickback, and I do appreciate it. But now, shoes on, out the door. And just a few minutes later, we've made it to Christina's office. We brought the cupcakes. I totally didn't eat all of them. She was standing right next to us and couldn't see us.
Sorry, I didn't even see you.
Yeah, apparently. Cupcakes.
I wasn't expecting to be in a parking spot, so
yeah.
Thank you.
I didn't even eat all of them.
You didn't even eat
Only
all.
12.
Hi, honey.
Hi, Mommy.
You're gonna go catch a giraffe rig?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, have fun.
Go hunting.
Go Pokemon hunting.
Woo.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
And we've made it to our destination. It's apparently a police department in Louisville. There's a gym here. It's a Pokemon gym. There's actually an Articuno raid going on at the moment, but we don't have any here. It says Derby Horse on Outer Loop. But just looking at my little radar there's 3 Giraffe Rig on the nearby list. And there's actually one right on top of me. So I'm going to try to catch him. Duncan said he's already caught 2 if you didn't hear him.
My first 2.
First one, 1546. Someone's at the front door, of course. I'm going to use an Ultra Ball, raspberry.
I used golden raz.
Got a great throw. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, I found another one.
This is one of the last Pokemon that I have that I can get, so I probably should have had an egg on, but oh well. But yeah, I need to get Unknown, and then there's a couple that you get out of eggs like Miltank, but yeah, 1546, my first Girafarig. I can already see another one from here. I'm gonna catch 3 or 4, and then here in a few minutes, maybe we'll go have some lunch. And just a few minutes later, 5 Girafarigs where we had 0 before, and I think it's about time for some lunch. Well, in preparation for what we'll be seeing in another hour 15, we're watching a live stream from ABC News Online, and that's showing like a path of totality, what it's actually going to look like, what it's looking like for them in other parts of the world, in Oregon specifically. Not going to look quite like that here, but that's okay. Which is a little bit unfortunate. I was actually supposed to be driving to a place this morning at Western Kentucky, actually a few hours south of where Christina's parents live, to get right into the center of the path of totality, but apparently hundreds of thousands of people are going there, so between all of that and all of the schools in the area being out, which meant that all the kids were going to be here, I was going to run down there with my buddy Jason, and it just ended up falling through. I think he drove down to Georgia last night. We're here. I'm going to see if during our eclipse, if we can actually go out and meet up with some of the people from the Pokemon group and maybe do a quick raid right in the middle of the eclipse while we're also capturing it on video.
Cheerios.
Cheerios.
9, 8, 7, 6.
It looks like it's going to... Look how dark it is there. That's in Oregon right now. And there's the total eclipse. Unfortunately, we're not going to be there to see that, but it's still really cool that it's happening right now. And of course it'll be happening here, 95% or so, in another hour and 15 minutes or so. Hooray! And it's not perfect by any stretch, but you can definitely see the moon is starting to eclipse the sun. It's only about 1:15, 1:20 right now, but look at the upper right-hand side. I'll have to get a longer zoom here. And I don't have quite enough of a filter on here, but you can definitely see a lot closer up here. Very nice. Alright, one picked up a tripod. That's significantly better. I'm gonna have to tape the glasses to it. I wish that I'd picked up a filter, but that's a beautiful sight. I'm getting really close to time now, and I think I've got my whole setup worked out. Alright, I've got my little engineered setup here. I took a pair of Eclipse sunglasses, I cut them up, I taped them together, but as you can see there, it's definitely working. Well, I was hoping to do this raid during the eclipse, but it didn't work out. Oh well. What do you think of it? Very eclipse-like? Underwhelming? Yeah.
Look, there's Duncan.
And it's a little while later. We're at Duncan's baseball game. He had a good play here just a minute ago, but I was holding Ellis, so I missed it.
Go, go! Go, 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 go! Oh!
Yeah! Go, Duncan! Faster, Duncan!
We get it? No. Oh, that's okay.
Go, go!
Ellis is thoroughly excited too. You enjoying your chicken in the game there, Ellis? It's very entertaining and tasty. It's much later, almost 11 p.m. We watched a bunch of things on YouTube, and I've been working on this video and trying to get my Pixel to update. Apparently Android O is now out, so I'm trying to get that on there to take a look at it. And Christina fell asleep on the couch entirely. So I'm gonna wrap things up. Thank you guys as always for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the little bit of eclipse footage that I got. Interesting day. We'll see you again for the next one, whenever that happens to be.